Bergdorf Goodman, which never fails to literally dazzle in these windows. But Bergdorf Goodman to me is I'm a little partial, but there's just one of my favorites. The artistry that goes into this and the time and the energy, it's absolutely amazing. This year, it's pretty fortuitous because Swarovski crystal, our favorite Austrian crystal vendor, is turning 120 years old. So we are going to see Swarovski we are seeing currently in Swarovski in New York in almost every window, every department store. Someone's got a little bit of the bling going on, sort of giving a shout out to Swarovski, but nobody's doing it better than Bergdorf, who's collaborated specifically with Swarovski crystal to create this stunning set of 5 windows. The theme this year is called A Brilliant Holiday, and every single window gets its own specific sort of venue and theme. This one is called the Crown Jewels for obvious reasons. Down in center, we have beautiful Queen Elizabeth. Up top is the actual royal crown, surrounded by 2 Swarovski encrusted lions that are part of the British Crescent, and then we have 2 suits of armor, all sort of lovingly placed in this beautiful velvet jewelry box.
Dazzling.
It's stunning. By the way, I mean, I'm sort of not doing it any justice, but everything that you're seeing is completely made out of Swarovski crystal, with the exception of the green gown, which is by Libertine. Bergdorf this year actually had a great thing where they collaborated with designers specifically to build pieces for their windows with Swarovski. Wow. So Libertine has collaborated with Swarovski crystal to build this couture, one-of-a-kind Elizabethan era style dress.
Absolutely amazing.
Next, we take a trip down to the bottom of the ocean. This one is called Treasured. And it sort of takes the focus off the Swarovski crystal and focuses on the Swarovski pearl, which generally people don't think of or associate with Swarovski specifically, but they do make pearls. They make beautiful pearls. There's over like 100,000 different pearls incorporated into this. We have King Triton sitting atop a beautiful koi fish with his trident, and this beautiful sort of mermaid couture piece that was built by Niam Khan, again, specifically for this design. And all the treasure trove of the deep blue sea, right? So I think this is smart because, again, taking the focus off of the crystal, focusing on the pearl, but still sort of keeping in tow with the celebration of Swarovski.
It's just unbelievably done, and not to distract, but it reminds me of my days in the Navy, and just what a gorgeous scene they've created here.
Yeah, it's
under the sea treasure. It's phenomenal.
Next, we mine to one of the smarter windows, which I think, if you think about diamonds and how we forage for them, we mine for them, mostly out of Africa, mostly here in the United States, in the Kimberley mines in South Africa. So this, to me, is the smartest window. Like, how do you get diamonds? How do you get jewels? You mine for them, so let's make a window out of that. And so here we have our beautiful couture spelunker. She's dressed in couture CD green, again, another collaboration between Swarovski and a designer. And it's completely decked out. We have stalagmites, stalactites that are built out of plastic and fiberglass. Those are not Swarovski, but they're very beautiful. They almost look very icy, like an ice cave.
Right.
And this window incorporates, again, like the pearl, focusing on quartz and actual amethyst. So there's hundreds of pieces of actual stone in the window, in addition to the stalagmites, the stalactites, the Swarovski. So again, a celebration of all gems and stones, and it's pretty smart and dazzling. All the way down to the, if you look right to the right of the chandelier, there's an actual Swarovski crystal encrusted bat, right?
I see that. That's
sort
good.
of encounter critters.
And I just love the mining helmet, even studded in.
Yeah, everything. The devil is in the details of these guys. There's definitely no stone unturned, down to the chisel that it has beautiful Swarovski crystals on it, the spelunker's hat. The rope even has little pieces of Swarovski on the ends of it. It's all so well thought out. All right, and then we move to Swarovski's birthday party. This is the smartest, I think, of all of them, because if you have this beautiful brand that's turning 120 years old, let's throw them a birthday party. This one easily utilizes the second most amount of crystals. Swarovski birthday party is... obviously, we have cakes and cupcakes and balloons. It's festive. It's beautiful. And keeping in tow with the gem theme, do you know your birthstone?
I believe it's topaz.
Topaz. Mine is blue zircon. I'm December. There are 12 cakes in the entire window, and each cake is representative for the different birthstone of the month that specific month, right? So January is garnet, February I think is amethyst, March is turquoise, April is diamond, and so on and so forth. It's really fun. I love bringing groups to this window because immediately everyone searches for their cake, right? It becomes a sort of personal experience. And if you don't know your birthstone, it's actually written in the mannequin's hand. She has a list of all of the birthstones, again, so you can sort of take a peek and take a look at what they've done with your birthday cake, right?
But I love what you said about personalization because
Yeah.
it gets people engaged, it gets them interacting, and for those of you who have listened or joined for some of our webinars in the past, it's all about interaction and engagement with the audience, and naturally these windows do perhaps one of the best jobs that we've seen.
And then we end at Bergdorf with this window utilized the most Swarovski crystals. This is absolutely dazzling. Again, these photos, they're so beautiful, but to see them in person, just the sparkle element of it is just so sort of awe-inspiring. But this piece right here is called the Crystal Ball, which is a great pun. It's so smart. You know, we're talking about Swarovski crystal here, and we've incorporated the element of a circus, right? So here our fortune teller or clairvoyant is not a person, but rather an actual monkey, which I think is playful and really festive, and keeping the element of sort of mystery and gypsy, and, you know, the whole idea of carnivals have this kind of mythology to them, right? And that actual sign that says your lucky day, it actually spins. So when you see it in person, the entire thing is spinning 360 degrees. So it adds to that twinkle.
So much fun.
It is absolutely beautiful. And I should mention all 5 of these windows, including the smaller ones and the ones along the left bank of the store, utilize over 7.5 million crystals, which is
7.5 million crystals?
7.5 million crystals in 5+ windows. Yeah, it took them about 15 months and 85 people to build these by hand. So
I was just going to ask you, how long did it take for them to?
About 15 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and you have to just remember everything that you're seeing is built by hand, right? None of this sort of happened that way.
And if I understand correctly, I believe that they actually have a studio that's not in Manhattan. They've got 2 studios, one obviously at Bergdorf's and one that's off-site, where they really have the space to be able to do all of these fabrications by hand, and just with the amount of space and intricacy, you know, they definitely require a lot of space to make this all happen.
Yeah, absolutely. All of our stores work in their warehouse spaces or their studio spaces, and then it takes about anywhere from, depending on the installation, 2.5 to 3 weeks to actually do the install and the build within the window.